Poles racing team. Adams, who, despite some very, very intense competition, has managed to win 3 out of the 4 heat races. Jamie Day, one of the double duty drivers, in the number 42 KR Sport Kart. He starts second. He won the 4th heat yesterday afternoon. Then we have Alex Connor, one of 3 drivers, along with Day, from the Middle East, from Dubai. We've got Theo Kakati from Abu Dhabi. He starts a bit further back, but it's Alex Connor 3rd, Owen Johnson 4th, then Lewis Gilbert and Ben Casely in 6th. Then it's Kakati and Kai Hunter on row 4, Josh Wilby and Hugh Lawrence on row 5, Marcus Littlewood and Giraf Kende, who is now based in Dubai but originally from Senegal. He rounds out 12 kart Minimax field. 12 minutes. They come to the line, lights are out, and Tom Adams doesn't get a great start. In fact, it is Jamie Day that shoots around the outside of the pole man into the race lead, but Adams almost fighting straight back on the banking. He's got his nose at the inside of Day, but Day wipes it for him, and Tom Adams thinks, it's a bit early for all that, and back out and carries on in 2nd place. Down the hill towards the first hairpin. Day from Adams, then Johnson, and then the number 27 of Connor, the top 4, followed by Lewis Gilbert in the very brightly liveried number 53 Persistence Motorsport Kart. 6th is the number 95 KR Sport of Kai Hunter. Around the Mike Wilson complex, onto the start-finish straight. Tom Adams works his way back to the front. Johnson in 2nd, Day and his teammate Connors 3rd and 4th, so 2 Poles karts, then 2 KR Sport karts. In fact, then there is 4 KR Sport entries in line, with Hunter, Connors, Day and Kakati. And then we've got the 2 Persistence Motorsport Kart. Well, that's a nice little photo opportunity, isn't it? Look at that. They're all like the arc, going 2x2 or 2x4x2 into the Fullerton S's. Behind that group, you've got Joshua Wilby and the number 24 Team Abago entry, and then the very, very smartly liveried Spirit of Senna entry by the 12 Marcus Littlewood. Diaf Kende and Hugh Lawrenson. Hugh Lawrenson joined for 698 Racing. As they cross the line to start lap number 3. Still Tom Adams who's leading from his teammate Owen Johnson. And there's Kai Hunter going through your screen onto the bridge and then off round turn 4. And you can see as they come off the bridge, the number of interested spectators is growing. And of course, back in the paddock, there's music playing, there was entertainment last night, there's the virtual reality simulator, there's other kind of gravity-defying chairs that spin you around and make for a sec, and have fun. Things like that. There's plenty to do in the paddock in the TVKC village. There's plenty going on the circuit with Adams, Johnson, Day and Hunter. Now the top 4. And a slight gap developing. Back to the 5th place kart, which is Alex Connor in number 27 KR Sport entry. Through the Mike Wilson complex and on to the start-finish straight in front of the grandstand goes the lead group. And Day looking at the inside of Johnson and decides that Johnson is not for passing there. We're going to wait till we get to the banking, and Day then makes the move and Hunter follows him through. There's Lewis Gilbert from the 43. Gilbert passing, or trying to pass, Piketty coming off the bridge, and Lewis Gilbert is actually the Super 1 British Championship leader at the moment, and in the back of your screen you just saw that bright orange flash going up the inside, and behind them there's Connors and Kakati running wide and off the track, coming out of the first hairpin. So Gilbert moves up to 5th, And Ketty and Connors drop back to 6th and 7th places respectively. Wilby is 8th, and Littlewood, Lawrenson, Casely and Giraffe Kiende. That is the top 12. So Ketty gets a warning flag, so I wonder if there was a little bit of international Middle Eastern diplomacy that went a bit wrong. That resulted in Ketty getting that warning flag, and the field goes through. Down towards turn number, first hairpin, effectively turn number 5. Adams leads, change for second. With Hunter now into P2, Day in P3. No, Day and Hunter side by side, and that little incident between the two KR Sport drivers wasn't an incident. It was just trying to pass each other, and neither one wanted to give, and the move didn't happen. That is Minimax this year in a microcosm, because Tom Adams has very rarely been the fastest driver in terms of each lap. He hasn't been pulling away, he's just been steady and consistent, obviously very quick. But there have been other drivers, Gilbert, Day, Johnson, Ducati, Hunter especially, who had problems on the Thursday with engine issues. They've all put in fastest laps, and they've all managed to trip over themselves or put themselves out of a potential winning situation. And Adams has just kind of carried on, and he's won 3 out of 4 heats. And he's under pressure here. You won't see him pull away, because he can't pull away, because his rivals are too strong to allow him to pull away. But once in a while, like we just saw with Hunter and Day, there's a little bit of a disagreement, and they cost themselves time, and that gives Adams more time to just stretch the advantage, and then when they sort themselves out, they'll close back in. There is the number 80 kart, that's the 698 racing machine of Hugh Lawrenson, and there's the Spirit of Senna, number 12. Very, very smart little kart. They're the leaders, and you can see what I mean. Hunter and Day have caught Tom Adams. We've got 5.5 minutes to go, so Adams had about a lap and a half, 2 laps of breathing space. Now they've caught him back up. What are they going to do? Well, this time they make the move stick, and Hunter takes the lead. Adams stops back to second. Johnson on the outside of turn number of the lead 4. And Day at the inside. Oh my word, Jamie Day went to the inside to try and take the lead, and unfortunately he found the rear bumper of his teammate Kai Hunter right where he wants with the nose of his kart. The result is that Owen Johnson is the new leader. Jamie Day at rather second place. Lewis Gilbert capitalising into third. Tom Adams now down to 4th. So it's a Coles Racing kart leading, but it's not the Coles Racing kart that's been leading for the majority of this weekend in Minimax. It's the number 18 of Owen Johnson, who is 7th in this year's One's Championship, as Adams has now got to try and make short work of Jamie Day, and he does, and he's now got Lewis Gilbert in front of him. So Owen Johnson, who finished 21st in the Minimax Grand Prix last year, finds himself leading the pre-final with 4 minutes to go, and he's leading it by about 12 kart lengths. It's very technical, it's about 10, I meant to say. We've got, we're on lap number 8. How quickly, and the battling further back. There's only 12 karts in this field, there's still 12 running, but the battling in the pack, like we just saw with the Spirit of Senna and the entry of Littlewood, Lawrenson and Wilby, is just as intense as up here. So we're going to get a gap now between Johnson and Gilbert. It was at the end of lap 7, 3/4 of a second. It's now 0.74 of a second, and it's no longer Gilbert in second place, it is Adams in second place. So Tom Adams repassing Day and Gilbert. Back, Kai Hunter is 5th. The gap back to Kai Hunter is 2.7 seconds. The front 4 coming around the first hairpin now, and the back of your screen there you just saw a flash of purple and pink flash with probably a bit of red mist in and around the same area. You may have picked up on. That's Kai Hunter. There's Hunter at the back of the screen. He's in 5th. He's got 2.5 seconds to make up to catch the leaders. But 3 minutes to go. There's Gilbert going through the Bobby Game corner, and Gilbert is in 3rd place. Lewis Gilbert goes through the Mike Wilson complex, that risky, sharp left-hander that we've seen a couple of people try moves on today. I'll be saying, and Tom Adams takes the lead away from his teammate Owen Johnson. Just draws up behind the number 18, pulls out, passes before we get to turn number 1. And that won't cost him any time either. But I'm saying, as the weekend has gone on, that left-hander, a sharp left-hander with the black barriers on the outside, that part of the Mike Wilson complex, it's a risky place to pass. We haven't seen anybody, maybe one move at that corner in the first 2 days of racing. And I said, well, it will change and somebody will gamble and go for it on Sunday. And already we've seen maybe 3 or 4 passes for position, the lead positions that is, today, and we haven't even got to the Grand Prix yet. When it works really well. When it doesn't work, it really doesn't work. Any of the parties involved, either the passer or the passee. Adams starts lap number 11, 90 seconds to go, with his teammate Owen Johnson right behind him, pushing him along. Then there's a gap of nearly 3/4 of a second back to Jamie Day and Lewis Gilbert. Flash through turn number 3 and over the bridge. Behind them, going on the banking now, that is the scrap for 6th place between Alex Connor, Josh Wilby and Theo Kakati, with Hugh Lawrence and Ben Casey and Marcus Littlewood behind them. What will Owen Johnson do? Through the heats, Johnson, he had a 2nd in the opening heat, but then a 4th, an 8th and a 10th. Will he settle for 2nd? I think he may. He obviously every driver wants to win a race, but Johnson will be thinking about, not this race, he's thinking about the next race, as are they all. Day 3rd, Gilbert 4th. Kai Hunter is now just 1.8 seconds behind Lewis Gilbert in 5th position. Leaders come on to the start-finish straight. There's Hunter in the background. Jamie Day has caught Owen Johnson, so Day slipstreams up behind Johnson with 30 seconds to go onto the banking. What will Day do? He can't make the move into turn number 3. Over the bridge. Will he look at the inside turn 4? Not quite. Down the hill. Adams starting to check over his shoulder, and Johnson looks to the inside, then backs out of it. The clock strikes 0. Next time around, we will see the last lap board. And into the Bobby Game corner comes Tom Adams. Johnson now 5-6 kart lengths behind him. I think Owen Johnson is probably going to be more preoccupied with holding off Jamie Day and Lewis Gilbert than attacking his teammates. Adams checks over his shoulder. Yep, Johnson defends the inside line. Jamie Day and Gilbert will try and push each other through the first corner and out onto the banking. Has that move worked? Yes, it has, I believe. No, Johnson's still there. Dave is on the inside and Gilbert was trying to go around the outside. They come off the bridge. Still Johnson has 2nd place. Adams is clear and he'll check over his shoulder. He's already checked over his shoulder, so he knows he doesn't have to defend. Johnson does. And Kai Hunter has capitalised on Johnson defending to close back in on Gilbert, Day and Johnson. But now Jamie Day looks to the inside. Johnson squeezes him up the short chute. But Day hangs tough on the inside of the Fullerton S's, but he's going to lose momentum on the back straight. Will Johnson get to the inside and repass him? No, because Day defends into the Bobby Game corner, and Johnson thinks, okay, I'll go around the outside. Here we go, side by side again, and Kai Hunter finds Jamie Day right at the end of the race, but I don't think he will pass him, or will he? Adams has won, Day finishes 2nd, Hunter finishes 3rd after picking up 2 places on the last lap. Owen Johnson fades to 4th, but there was a valiant attempt to wrestle second place back around the outside of the entrance to Mike Wilson Complex. Finishes 4th. Lewis Gilbert in 5th. Then Alex Connor 6th, ahead of a huge battle that involved Josh Wilby finishing 7th, Hugh Lawrenson in 8th, Theo Kakati in 9th, Marcus Littlewood in 10th, Ben Casely 11th, and Diarav Kende in 12th. Jamie Day taking the fastest lap of the race towards the end, 61.24 seconds. And that is race 50 in the books. 3 pre-finals to go. The first of which will be the Senior OK, the CIK's Premier Class in World Karting, and then we will have the 2 X30 pre-finals. Now, we saw the B finals in the 2 X30 classes earlier on. We've now got a full complement of 36 drivers settled in the grid for the pre-final and the Grand Prix. And speaking of X30 and Junior X30, the karting hotline up here at the commentary box at PF International has been ringing, and Dunkerswell Karts Club, which is down in the south of England, for those of you that are from Sheffield or something like that, they have a Junior X30 World Final ticket for the winner of the Southwest Champs at the end of August bank holiday weekend. If you fancy a weekend down south, then go race your kart at Dunkerswell and win yourself